Okay, so here's our initial function. So we're going to first plug this into our calculator. So I come over here, I go to home, I'm going to do a graph, and I need to enter in that function that I have up there. So I've got x to the third. Now when you have your cursor up in the exponent, you have to hit the right arrow key to take it out of the exponent. Minus 9 plus 27x minus 27. Okay, so now I see my graph, and I want to know what is my 0. 6.8, number 8. Even 6.8, right?
Still trying to figure out what picked them wrong.
Okay. Naquan, can you tell me what my 0 is here? You can just look at it. Where does it cross the axis? You're not getting out of this. Where does it cross this axis? It does look like a 3, doesn't it? It looks like it crosses a 3, and we're going to see if that's a factor, okay? So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to do synthetic division. And what am I going to put here for my 0? For my R? 3. Okay, so now I'm going to do my synthetic division. I need to put my term, my leading number, so this is going to be 1.
Can I see it?
Yes.
-9, you got 27, you got -27.
Thank you. Then I bring my term down,
And that one down.
and I multiply back.
3.
I add my columns and multiply. Add my columns.
18.
No, negative 18.
That is okay.
6 times 3 is negative. I'm going to multiply and add my columns. Thank you. Okay, so now I have to write my roots, or I have to write my factors. So I have my first factor. I'm going to bring this down, and I always write it in the form x minus r. So I have x minus
3.
3. Connor?
That was a negative 3, would you read it as a positive 3?
Yes, it would be x minus minus 3. And minus minus is a plus. That's correct. So here, since it's a positive, it's x minus 3. And here, I reduce my exponent by a factor of 1. So this becomes my x squared term. Connor, will you read my factor after I've taken out an x minus 3? What do I have left? Y. Say it again. I have x squared. Keep going. Here, this term is your next one. It's a 6 minus 6.
I thought we had to subtract it from the thing on top.
Well, see, we already did that. This was what we got for our answer. So we did the synthetic division already, and this was our answer. So we reduce our exponent by a factor of 1, and these are the numbers in front of our variables. So I've got 1x squared minus 6x plus 9. Okay, now at this step on your homework, when you have this quadratic, you attempt to factor it. And what do we do when we can't solve a factor, if we can't factor a quadratic? You could try synthetic division, but what if it doesn't have anything that's real and none of the remainders work? How can we solve a quadratic if we can't factor it? The quadratic formula. You have to put it into the quadratic formula and solve that. So if you get to this point on your homework, and you will, and you cannot factor this quadratic, which means that you can't use synthetic division and find a remainder of 0 because it doesn't factor. You have to use the quadratic formula. You can factor this. I'm telling you on your homework, when you get to a problem that you can't factor, which will happen, and you got it down to a quadratic, you must use the quadratic formula to solve. Erica?
You go over
square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Alright, so I can factor this though. X minus 3, this can be factored. So I factored my first term, x squared, I factor into the two first places. Then I factor my last term, and 3 and 3, and I check that my outside term and inside term add to my middle, which they do. So I check my signs, I need them both to be negative. Look, this is my factor. And when I set this equal to